Hey guys, welcome along to the latest IMSA track guide. We've just entered week 9 of season 2 2020. We're here at Sonoma. Somehow through my 9-year iRacing career, I've never actually raced at Sonoma. Don't really know how that happened, but here I am. This is a great course. It's a reasonably short lap here, but there's a lot going on. There's a lot of pitch changes mid-corner. There's a lot of blind corners. There's a lot of camber changes mid-corner. So it's a challenging little track. One of the last sectors is also quite testing as well. We're just coming into it now, actually, here on the video. Yeah, I'm quite excited about racing here this week. And it's a good one. It's going to keep us on our toes, especially if we've got GT3s in the mix. As always, to accompany this guide, if you visit my website at findingspeed.com/IMSA, you'll find my car setup, and you'll also find my ghost car for my best lap, or the lap that I use in my guide. You can download those and you can come and practice with me, a virtual me, and also test out my setup and see how you get on with it. I hope it's useful. As always, if you like what I'm doing here and you're not a subscriber yet, please do consider subscribing. Hitting that little bell, you'll get notified whenever I go live with a video, or indeed a live stream. That's my schedule up in the corner. It changes from time to time. It's basically most weeknights, UK time. So if you can make it along at some point, come and watch a race or come and jump in. It'd be great to see you. So good luck here, guys, this week. I'm going to do the usual thing. We'll just start with an in-car lap, and then we'll go to chase cam, and we'll sort of break down the corners. I'll sort of talk about a little bit about each section. So enjoy, have a really good week of racing, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Alright, so that was the in-car lap of my 126.71. We're just crossing the line here. Same lap, different perspective. We're going to break things down a little bit. We want to hug quite tight on that inside, and we want to come out 2/3 of the way out. We don't want to go all the way out, because we don't want too sharp a turn when we're coming up the hill for T1 and 2. We want to pull in quite tight here, and we really want to sort of start letting off the gas by the time the tyre wall starts, and we want to look ahead to the corner of the tyre wall, because we want to be reasonably tight to it there. And we're not braking super heavily because we're going uphill, but we are rattling our way down through the gears, and we want to be in second, and we want to be nice and tight to this inside curb, because the track falls away really quickly over the crest here. So it's super easy to overshoot this corner. Slow in, fast out is definitely a mantra to follow here. couple of wheels on the dirt there, and it's good night really. So we're moving over to the right hand side of the track. We've got a fast left into a tighter right. So we're up into fourth, and we're going to try and late apex this corner here. So we end up reasonably well positioned in the middle, or at least to the left of the track a little. And we're not actually going to brake particularly. We're just going to dab the brakes here, and really, you know, you barely have to touch them. I was quite full on there, and as long as you turn yourself in nice and tight on this apex, you'll be clear to start accelerating immediately. You know, you don't have to worry. Again, it's another crest, and the track's falling away from us. The back end's getting light here, so you want to be reasonably cautious. Be ready just to let off the gas. Now we want to brake for a really tight right here, a car length or two before the end of the curbing, and then we want to be down into second, and we're turning into a blind curb here. There's a really high curb here on the right, and it's just going to take a bit of practice. It's really hard to read this corner, and there aren't any really clear markers, but you don't really want to ride that curb particularly. Again, the track is falling away a little bit on exit, so it's continually inviting you to kind of fall off the track here. Now this right-hander, you can take it flat on warm tyres, but be ready to let off the gas, because if you don't get yourself nice and tight tucked into the entry here, you know, the car again is going to get very light, it's very floaty. The back wants to turn, but you do want to make sure you're over the right hand side here on entry. Just at the crest, we're starting to brake. We're looking towards the inside of the track. Obviously we can't see anything yet, but the track falls away down to the left, and if we can tuck ourselves reasonably tight, I mean, you can double apex this, but I found for consistency's sake, if you keep yourself tight, there's a nice bit of camber on the inside, and you want to start accelerating by the time that fence starts. There's a bit of camber on the inside here, especially when the curb kicks in, and you'll find grip here, and you can actually really drop the hammer. But as you'll see from my accelerator trace at the bottom of the screen there, it was very cautious, very easy going. Again, it's just another corner where it's really easy to overcook and for your backhand to flip out. Now we're braking between the first and the second signs here, and we're going all the way down the gears in really quick succession. This is a heavy old braking zone. And we're going to get ourselves right down to second, and we're looking to that inside curb, and we're starting our turn in, and we're actually apexing all the way over there, so we want to start turning in pretty much straight away, even though we're still in second and we're still scrubbing speed. And we'll drop it to first, and we'll apex around about the yellow line, give or take a little bit, and then we're back on the gas, and we're avoiding this really high curb, but we want to get nice and tight to it so that we can accelerate without too much heavy steering angle here. The exit, it looks like a good clean wide exit, but it suddenly appears on you, so you have got to be reasonably careful on the accelerator there. And we're keeping tight to the right as we're going down through here, but we want to avoid these curbs. They're going to toss the car around. You can take a little bit of the second one, and then we want to start a turn in really early at the end of the curb, because we want to get ourselves well positioned on the left hand side. So we're taking this tight. We dropped off the gas. We're going to just drop off the gas again a little bit. Now I took this whole section in fifth. You may find that for the first portion of a race you're actually doing it in fourth, because the revs won't quite be there for fifth yet. But if you've got a clean run at it, you can do it in fifth, and it does give you a nice speedy exit through here. So we've got the hammer down now. We're keeping reasonably close over to the left hand side of the track. We've got a really fast top gear right-hander coming up. We do need to brake a little, so we're looking for the end of the curb here. We're braking about now. We've got a car length or so, and then we're just gently trail braking in. We're turning in at the end of the curb. I took a lot of this inside curb. You don't need to take this much. It didn't slow me down on this occasion. And just ride it really wide. So it's a very, very fast corner. Don't brake too much. Just brush those brakes on entry. And now we're looking for the changeover in the sign here from the green to the red, and we're also looking to the right. There's a cone there, so we're a couple of car lengths away from that cone. Heavy braking all the way down into first, and we're looking to this pile of tyres here, and we want to get really close to it. You can mount and cross this curb. As long as you don't hit the tyres, you're good around here. And we want to be accelerating on those curbs, if not on those tyres, if not sooner, to get a nice clean exit. We're going nice and light on the accelerator, about 60%, then gradually building up to make sure that we're not going to have a little meeting with the wall there on the left hand side of the track. And then we're keeping the hammer down, and we're staying relatively close to the left so we can shorten the track. And we're approaching the start finish, and we want to do that sort of mid track really. We don't need to use all the track here. So good luck here guys this week. I hope this guide was useful. Please do subscribe, hit that little bell, maybe give the video a like if you got anything out of it, and I'll see you next time. Cheers guys.